Five, four, three, two, one. We're back in. Yes, here we are. It's Nicola Morgan, the legendary one. It's Dominic Nelson actually trying to be as legendary as Nicola. But we're all a work in progress. Here we are. Happiness is easy. Podcast once again. Let's go.
Here we are. Yes, again. How are you, Dominic?
Hey, hey. I've been underpowered, demotivated. It's a hard life. Hey, just to prove that I'm human. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, there's phases. There's
The,
phases.
the, the circadian rhythms. We have ups, we have downs. I'm a bit underpowered, but that's so. Hey, it's been the hard bit has been the mental adjustment to going like I'm underpowered. Normally, when I'm underpowered, I go like, right, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I try and rush into things, and then I just injure myself, and then I'm out for like a couple of weeks going like, I shouldn't have rushed it. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go like, do my meditative breathing, just dial it back, chill out a bit, and just take it easy and just go like, hey, it'll all come to pass. And in the right time, I'll be back to my old vibrant self. But there's a bit of my brain that goes like, come on, come on. You have to, that's just a fantasy. You've got to have a deadline on stuff because if there's no deadline, it doesn't happen. Let's go.
Yes, the self-flagellation. Come on, work harder. Faster. Do more. Maybe not. Maybe you should do less. Um, yeah, so you only just came back from holiday though. It can take a bit of a time to adjust back from holiday.
Go back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess you're talking about the last 2 weeks that you haven't felt very.
I said to the missus, hey, get on the apps. We need to get out of here. She's going like, but the weather's great. I said, I don't trust the British weather. Let's go. It was sunny yesterday. I looked at the weather this morning. It's looking cold.
Yeah, well, we had thunder and lightning here yesterday, but it's looking nice today. So
Okay, where
there
you
you
are. It's all right. I'm moving to where you are.
go. Oh, so how's everything else been this week?
Well, I've been fine other than that, trying to get some writing going. However, I've been a bit discombobulated. Why, you ask, other than the stress of trying to get myself into work mode again? Well, Keir Starmer's been Keir Starmering.
Oh God.
It's like I've been trying to avoid it, and then I'm just hearing these snippets, you know, just be, and this is what got me. This is what got me that I had to tune in. I heard that Nigel Farage said he would have toned it down a bit. That's what I heard. It's like this speech must have been a crazy speech because all I'm seeing is like Enoch Powell esque. Um, going to be in a country of strangers, and I'm trying to not take to keep a distance, but I just saw and read about like not the whole thing, but enough for me to go like, come on, man, come on, and like I'm reading it and I'm going like, hey, like behind closed doors is Ed Miliband putting you in a headlock?
It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
What a phrase to say about a country of strangers, and it's so stupid.
Uh,
It's so ridiculous. What does it even mean? I mean, that's one of the things that I thought, oh, come on, this guy's a lawyer. Think about your definitions.
hmm,
What do you mean, strangers? If someone moves from Yorkshire to Buckinghamshire, are they a stranger?
hmm.
And he doesn't mean that. So what he means people who aren't white, doesn't he? That's what he means. That's a dog whistle for the
That's
racists.
exactly what he means. And David Lamy's supposed to be one of his best mates. Um, you
How
know,
did he let that go past?
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like he's coming out, he's saying this stuff, and then behind closed doors, I'm sure Ed Miliband's who's got Jewish descent, put him in the corner, going like, "Oi, what are you chatting about? What are you chatting about?" Um, and then you see clips of him. What he used to say was like, "Oh, migration has been fantastic for the country," and just going like, "Okay, you're being duplicitous, and you're lacking in backbone. You're lacking in backbone because you. What is the point if you're doing Nigel Farage's job for him? Unless you're doing a fourth level power play, and you think that what you're doing will divide the Conservative Party so they'll get more reform votes or whatever, and so that the Conservatives will be decimated or whatever. I don't understand it. I don't understand it because I'm just Labour. I mean, I don't want to get into a political rant, but it just seems that Labour are blowing it big style. So you get, you know, Labour comes in. What we're going to do? What's the first thing they do? Ah, it's winter time. Ah, right. See, these old people don't care. And the amount of savings they made from the cutting the winter fuel allowance is that. See, but you go like, okay, I know you need to balance the books. All right, it leaves a very sour taste in the mouth, but we might hold our nose. What's that phrase? Go to vote for it, but like in the vomitorium. Isn't that Boris Johnson phrase? Remember that one? And then you just like everything they keep doing is like, what? You're blowing it. You are blowing it big style, and you're doing Nigel Farage's job for him. It's not good, and that is starting to affect people's mental health, and that is making happiness really hard.
Yeah, what something that really concerns me is that by saying that sort of stupid thing that he said, which I don't think he believes, um, well, I hope he doesn't, but it's a dog whistle to the racists. It emboldens them, doesn't
It's
it?
not a dog whistle. It's a dog loud hailer. It's the dog loud hailer. That's what
It
it is.
is. To the people who are stupid, ignorant racists, it gives them a license to carry on being like that, and it gives them the like. I want them to shut up and be ashamed of what they say, and to never say it in public, and to stop even thinking it. But if you
Yeah,
have a politician going out there and saying it, they think, "Oh right, I'm right."
yeah, yeah. And then it's like when Boris Johnson was doing his nonsense about letterboxes and all that. Hate crimes went up. And now you've got this Keir Starmer, um, who's supposed to be the sensible one in the room.
That was very disappointing, wasn't it? And thing is, he's not the one. I mean, he will get flack for it, but it's other people who are going to suffer from this.
Absolutely. Other people are going to be the receiving end, the people in the streets, the likes of you and me. He's got his security guards. He's just like, he's going to be fine. It's but I remember, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Diane Abbott or somebody of that ilk saying like, well, Keir Starmer hasn't actually been in politics that long, relatively speaking. 8 years, I think. So maybe it's the people he has around him. Maybe he doesn't have the. I don't know who's advising him, and I don't know how he's coming about making his decisions to go like, you know what? I've looked at the books. I'm in power. I've looked at the books. This is the route. This is the route we need to go down to get a second term and to get all the things done we want to do. I don't know who's advised him, but he's just blowing it at every single angle.
Yeah. And the thing is, the people who want to vote, or I think they're probably frightened after the um, county council elections,
Mm.
how well Reform did. Um, but the people who are voting Reform don't actually. I think they're the disengaged. They're the people who don't know what Reform really even stand for, other than
Yeah, yeah,
something else.
yeah, yeah. And
They, I don't think they realise that Reform would dismantle the NHS, for example.
absolutely more privatization, i.e., flog it off to the Americans. Um, but if you think about it, if historically by-elections have never gone, generally don't go in favor of the people in power.
No.
So reform going like, hey, here we are, and doing well, that's no surprise. because usually what happens in by-elections stuff like that is, and council elections is like, okay, Lib Dems do really well, or the opposition parties do well.
Yeah, yeah,
So, they should have some backbone and go like, okay, because what people like is confidence and knowing what you're about and steering the course. People don't like the wishy-washy stuff.
no, because they can't figure it out. It has
You
to be
can't figure
clear.
it out. Like, what are you today? What are you tomorrow? I can't trust you. You know what people like about people like it from. I can't say I'm agreeing with them, but what people like about Trump and well, one of the things they like about Trump and Farage is that like, hey, he speaks his mind, and you know what you're getting from him. It's consistency. It's rubbish, but you know what you're getting from him. And the other thing I was thinking this morning is like, if this was the 70s, like, Nigel Farage wouldn't be a politician, he'd be a comedian. He'd be like, okay, like headline act, Bernard Manning. So first support
Yeah,
act is
Jim
Nigel
Davidson
Farage.
type.
But it's like doing his posh boy racism stuff. It's like, okay, we've got Nigel Farage, first headliner, special guest Jim Davidson, next on the at Bernard Manning's own club. And that's it.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
this nonsense. We got this utter nonsense. And it's all because like he's got confidence and doesn't need notes. Right?
yeah. That's because he talks shit. But he has a really clever vocal structure in what he says. When he answers a question, he'll always go. He'll start with an imperative. Look,
Yes.
listen, as if he's the voice of reason.
Authority. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something reassuring. And if you look at his vocal tone as he says it, he sounds really like he's talking sense. And if you listen to what he's actually just said, it's normally a load of absolute
Absolutely.
rubbish,
Mm.
unevidenced load of bananas. And yet, it reassures people because people don't normally listen. They just want a story and they want a mood.
Yeah, that's it. They want a vibe.
Yeah.
That's it. They just want a vibe, innit? It's just like,
Yeah.
what's the vibe? Well, today's vibe is hatred. Oh, okay.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, which makes it so much more. I think that Keir Starmer should have taken the Michelle Obama approach. When they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't work for. Actually, it did work for the Obamas twice, didn't it?
Mm,
They took the moral high ground and they didn't go
mm.
along with anything like that. They didn't try and play to that audience. They just sort of went, no, you go over there.
Yeah.
We're doing the right thing. So yes, he should have showed some ethics, some
Yeah.
strength.
Some strength. That's it. I mean, he's not coming across as strong, so he's losing. He's like the people who would vote for him, like like traditional Labour people aren't voting for him, so they're going to go more to the left fringe. The people who are reform-esque, they're going to go like, well, why should we vote for you, Keir Starmer, because Farage is saying exactly what you're saying. Let's go there. And so, the middle ground is, well, there's nothing left, is there?
Well,
Nah.
also, I think someone ought to have the courage to say, why is everyone so het up about immigration when the whole world moves around? There
Mm.
isn't a single country in the world where everybody was born somewhere and stayed somewhere. And why would that be a good thing? Why are people thinking that would be a good thing? If anyone in this country does a DNA test, which I have done, by the way,
Yeah,
um, you will find that you're from all over the world. You are not Anglo-Saxon, white, British.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so why do you think that would be a good thing if our society was just made up of that particular group of people? That'd be weird.
And,
Why
and
doesn't someone say we benefit enormously from having a country made up of all over the world? Look at how rich our country is because I don't mean rich wealthily, I mean culturally, from
mm,
having people from all over the world here. It's
well,
why isn't someone shouting that? It's a brilliant thing.
scapegoat, innit? You need a scapegoat. Things aren't working as they should do. Who can we point to? Ah, those people over there who are different. How are they different? Um, well, well, uh, well, hey, the British national dishes are curry, and those most of the things you like are from somewhere else.
Everything.
So I saw I don't know, what's this that joke? It's like I went to the British Museum, but there's nothing British in it. They've got all these little plaques down to like who collected it, and it's like, oh right, oh what? Don't mean stole it. But it's like it's like okay, politics is complicated, and people are busy. They want simple solutions. It's those people over there.
Yeah, blame them.
Yeah,
Why?
even though like we
Oh, they
don't
look
like
slightly different. Oh, yeah, that's probably them.
so we don't like immigration. However, the universities will collapse if there aren't foreign students coming in paying a fortune. Oh, and that's already happening. And oh, there's a massive shortage in the care sector. Isn't there like 130,000 jobs going? But you want to, and the people who tend to do those jobs come from overseas because British people don't want to do them. Okay, it's that thing. I think it's that you said is that thing in America. They went like they said, oh, the fruit pickers. We don't know, nobody coming in, no Mexicans coming in to pick these fruits. So and they said like, all right, we'll do that. And so like, we want people to come and pick this stuff. And these people turned up, and they lasted about 5 minutes. They all went home because I couldn't handle the pressure. I think that was, I think that might have been in. I think that experiment's been done in a few places, but it's like, oh, okay. We're doomed, I tell you. We're doomed. What's the name of this podcast again? Happiness is easy.
Happiness is easy. But there you go. We're talking about the challenges that we all face because
Oh,
sometimes
dear.
you're really frustrated by
Yeah.
by things going on. Just state I haven't got a book on this. I'm just
Oh,
straight.
I thought you were going for a book.
No, but it's so frustrating, isn't it? How when people have got power and responsibility, they sometimes when they're not exercising it, and you can see that actually going to do people harm.
Yeah,
It's really, really maddening.
yeah.
Um, and I'm so maybe I should speak out about it. I don't know how I would do it, but like someone's got to say, what is the thing with immigrants? What is this? I don't get it. Why have people got
Oh,
beef with immigrants?
you know what? Maybe when you go and when you go into Parliament, maybe that's on your list of questions to like, hey, the question might not make the cut, because she might have to be under strict instructions to go like, hey, that's all. I know I've known you for a long time, but I've got a job to do it. So she might say off the record, it's this. We're doing this particular strength, but you can't publish it. You know, you got an inside track. You might have to go, hey, I'm seeing
Well,
some, I'm seeing some
yeah,
dodgy stuff here.
actually, today I'm having lunch with someone who's in the House of Lords, so I might mention it.
Yeah, kind of casually mention it. Kind of casually mention, hey, Kia's doing a bit of a craziness right now. Talk to me. What's going on? You
Yeah,
know, why have Farage light when you can have the full fat version? You
I
know?
think he's been really poorly advised because I really don't believe he believes what he said.
Hmm.
Or if he does, I'm really disappointed in him and his party.
But either way is looking rubbish.
Mm.
Either way, it's either like you flim flamming. Are you flim or are you flam? What is
Make
it?
up your mind.
Yeah. Are you flim or are you flam so we know where we're going?
Mm.
Because if you're flimming and flamming, flim flam, no one's happy. So you're going to lose everybody.
Well, that's it. That's just giving it back to the Conservative Party, isn't it?
Hmm. Giving,
Um,
giving them
so,
a way to regenerate when they were on the ropes.
so how do we respond as citizens to try and, what as citizens, what do we do? What's the best thing for us to do?
Well, other than vote.
Right? Mode? be the chattering classes.
All right, well, okay, right, okay. Let's bring it back to being happy and how hard that is or not easy. I think are we going back to self-care to start off with?
Yeah, because you got to look after yourself to be able to be good at anything or
Mm,
to do anything.
mm.
Then I reckon you've got to work with other people here because there's only so much as an individual you can just go, ah,
Yeah,
this is maddening.
yeah,
Um, but you've got to align with some other people who think the same as you, haven't you? You've got to
yeah.
mobilize.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm not sure. So then you can join with pressure groups or political parties, or you can do what citizens can do, which is write to people and speak out on social media and stuff. Not that that does much good, but
It doesn't do much good. I think you've got to. Do you actually have to have people in power? Is it like what Tony Blair used to say? It's like, okay, if you don't have power, it's just like you're just chatting away. So it is actually a case of you have to actually get into power to do stuff. And maybe that's where Reform are actually doing something. They're going like, oh, actually, we think this, and we're actually putting people in places and therefore influencing policy. It's just like the way that Liberal Democrats used to move. It's like, okay, we're not, you know, ourselves in power, but because we are a certain
oh,
block.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to. Oh no, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Um, it's just really weird because my husband was calling me, and he's on his way to Brighton, so that's weird for him to call me because he knows that I'm podcasting. So
All right,
just
well,
hope
no, give him a call. Give him a call. No worries. It might be serious.
I can
We can
I
always do
can
an edit. We
I
can
can
always do
edit
an
this
edit.
out.
Give him a call. Make sure he's all right.
Yeah. Uh, okay. All right. Thanks. Bye. He didn't mean to call me.
All right. Ah,
He said, "I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to call you. Everything's okay."
it's, what's that? Real life interrupting work. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's just really odd that if he was
Yeah.
calling me when he's on a journey on the motorway, I was
That's
like,
why
"Oh my God."
you got to jump in because you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You got to put it
Anyway,
out.
sorry. So you were saying
I was
something really interesting.
I was saying that you can only what the liberal Democrats used to do and how they used to move is like, okay, we are not actually got enough members of parliament to uh, be to run the show, but because of the size of our block, we can have a major influence,
Yeah.
and that's just what Reform are doing. But the thing is, like, how many, but Reform are acting bigger than their numbers in Parliament because
Massively.
because the numbers in Parliament they have in Parliament is like five.
It's four now.
Yes, four.
Yeah.
At the time of broadcasting, it's four. And Liberal Democrats have
Weird.
much more. So then you go. So then they're going like, oh, but the number of people in the country who are Reform voters are X. But when did that ever matter? That hasn't seemed to matter in the past, but it matters now.
Yeah.
So does that tell you that some people higher up or in the establishment actually like it the way it is? Oh my gosh, it's like that magic trick, isn't it? Look over there. It's those, it's those pesky boat people. Don't, don't look over here where we're siphoning off the money, selling your NHS data elsewhere, not fixing the roads. The water's owned by the French, and your energy's owned by no, sorry, your water's owned by the Dutch, your energy's owned by the French, and the rails that ways don't work. Don't ignore that. Ignore that. Don't look over here. Look over there
over
at
there at those
those
pesky.
people on the boats who are really desperate, and actually they're like 0.5%.
And there's not many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've got to bother about. Yeah, yeah, it's distraction techniques and it must suit somebody. And this is what Gary Stevenson talks about all the time. You know that guy, Gary's Economics.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the message he preaches, and he doesn't take a party political stance. I think I ought to fess up here because I'm a member of the Liberal Democrats, and
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Is that fessing up? Is that actually fessing up? It's like are you telling me I haven't been getting Liberal Democrat vibes this whole for like we've been doing this? It's episode 28. Are you trying to be telling me that you haven't been giving me Liberal Democrat vibes the whole time? Are you trying to you're trying to like
well, I might have been hiding it really well.
Yeah, yeah. you you really hide your communist leanings really well there. That's absolutely outrageous. I'd have never guessed that. I'd have never guessed that. Wow. Dear, oh dear. Quiz question. Pop quiz night. Who do you think Nicola might vote for? I don't know.
Well, she lives in Buckinghamshire.
You have a choice of three: Liberal Democrat, or Green Party. Take a pick. Depending on which policy it is. That's hilarious. Press up. Any other confessions? Any other obvious confessions you want to make?
None currently. But I always because
the only way you could top that is by bringing out a book. Like
I haven't got a suitable book for that.
Oh dear. If you bring out a Green Party manifesto, just turn around like that and just go, that'd be hilarious. Then
well, you see, my daughter is always telling me that I am not a Liberal Democrat. She tells me I'm either Green or Labour, and she thinks I'm only a Liberal Democrat because I live in Buckinghamshire, and that's the only anti-Tory party that you can actually seriously work for. And we were successful. We got Sarah Green into Parliament, and she's still there. She's in her second term, and I think the way, and we have Liberal Democrats, we've got basically no budget, so you have to do all the stuff like Ed Davey does, which is do stupid stunts and things to get the cameras on him, and pick certain regions that are marginal. And Reform are trying to copy that model now, and he's such a grifter. When there was that problem with the steel, he turned up and started saying, because it's quite a community who are having a hard time and their main industry might be about to go under, they're all feeling very vulnerable. He turns up, he goes for the vulnerable people, and then starts calling for nationalisation, which is not a Reform policy at all. He's a serious right winger, but he's just saying it to a vulnerable community to win them because they're like, oh yeah, he turns up and supports us.
Oh dear. Oh.
That's the only bit of ranting I'm going to do after my confession.
Sometimes there are clouds in the sky. Another great revelations.
I said that it's because when I quite often tutor politics, and I always say to the students, I'm going to tell you what my political leaning is, because then you can recognize that I am a biased source. And you have to be able to acknowledge that all sources are biased, and you have to take that into account in how you're thinking. So I'm telling you, this is who I vote for. This is the party I'm a member of. And, take that into account when I'm telling you. I'll try and be as neutral as possible and present everything. But remember that that's where I'm coming from. And that's kind of, I'm used to confessing that.
So you tell that to your students straight out of the gate, yeah?
Yeah.
And and we've been doing this for like, listen, how many weeks now? And then, now you're pepping up. Now.
Yeah. 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 And what
And
do
in
I
other,
get?
and in
What do I
other
get? Like
revelations, sometimes the moon comes out at night.
ridicule. Anyway, right.
Anyway,
So yeah, that hasn't helped happiness, has it? Having
no,
this
no,
disappointing government.
but, but I will disagree with you there, because the first step to happiness is understanding the way things are. Because if you don't understand the way things are, then you are surprised. Like, oh, things aren't going your way. Oh, I don't understand how this could be happening. It's completely out of the blue. I'm now depressed. But then, if you go like, oh, right, I recognize the nonsense that this is. So your depression might be, not as bad as it could have been if you were completely oblivious to things and just like, oh, stuff's happening to me. Oh, I, I can't cope. I don't know why this is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of what we were talking about last week, wasn't it? That bad things will happen. Things that you don't want to happen will happen.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
have to think, now what? How am I going to respond to this?
Yeah, yeah. How are you going to, you know, well, you have to do that self-management thing. Some of the techniques that we talked about last week, like the breathing exercise. We need to do that right now. It's just like, okay, that's been a bit Keir Starmer stressing me out. I need to do some deep breathing.
Yeah. I really liked last week your rating the different things
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
yeah, that's really good. So for our listeners, everyone, take a deep breath in for 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out for 4. So I'm going to do it now.
I'm right with you.
Hold, breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Everybody feels calmer now.
That's great. That was
Gives you
great.
a moment of control.
Yes, I feel a lot better. More relaxed.
Yeah, yeah. So, has anything gone well this week?
Um, has anything gone well? No, well, there's levels. As I say, there's levels to everything, isn't there? There's a case of like, okay, has anything gone really, really badly? No. Have I achieved all the things I wanted to achieve? No. So
Also, no.
on the grading system, that's not too bad. So it's all about matter of perspective, there, isn't it?
Mm.
It's about matter of perspective. So everybody's got something up with them at some stage. Like, okay, um, my knee has been giving me jip again. However, I've determined to walk 10,000 steps a day.
Are you doing it?
10,000 steps a day, yes.
Oh, I hardly ever get my 10,000 steps in.
Well, but we got to ask yourself, why is that?
Well, I walk into the village and back most days, and that's half an hour there and half an hour back, and that's only 7,000 steps or so. And the rest of the time, I'm on my bum most of the time at my desk. How do you
Right.
get all your steps
So
in?
so so, so there and back is 7,000.
Yeah,
Well, you're nearly there then. Just a little, just you're really close. You're really close to that 10,000.
but that takes an hour.
Right. So remember last week you said like, okay, you're rebuilding. You want that old body. You want that new old body.
My old lady body.
You want that old lady body, and you've even written about it.
I
Wanting
have.
that old lady body. Yeah, yeah, great article. So it's all about how important it is to you, isn't it? So okay, so it's an hour walk, hour there and back. Yeah. So how else are you gonna get those other
Well,
3,000
I could
steps?
do it twice.
You could do it twice. You could you
Same
could
time.
you could. How important is it to you to have that old lady body?
Yeah, important. I want to be able to get up and down stairs. I want to be able to get up and down off the floor.
So Right. That would require
So it is actually a priority.
it's just an extra half hour.
Yeah, yeah,
So you could do some stuff like so. For instance, I don't write or type sitting down. I stand up all the time. You get
that's
you get
good.
you get a few extra like that. You get a few extra like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And then so like so for instance the other
Standing
day
desk,
I was
yeah.
going my steps and I went like okay I'm walking down the shops. Didn't want anything, but I thought right oh I'm down on my steps. I need to go to the shop sometime. I'm going to do that just to make sure I get my steps in.
Yeah. Also, I don't have one of those fitness watches. I just, my phone tracks my steps and I don't always have my phone with me.
Probably doing it. You're probably hitting the mark, but you're not collecting the data. You've got to have your data.
You gotta have your information.
You got to have your info. I mean, I've got a watch and a sports watch. It was only 56 quid, bargain. Um, you know, the make is uh, Huai. I don't know if I've said that right, but anyway, other manufacturers do exist, but it's quite accurate. You know, if you just got it on your phone, it's probably not accurate. You
No, no,
might,
I think I
as
will
you
get
said,
one
you
of
don't
those.
always have it on you,
Mm,
your phone
yeah,
on you. So you might be getting in your 10,000 steps and not notice.
yeah, probably am.
Well, you got to get
Like
your
while I
data.
walk around the garden and stuff.
You're walking around the garden. You're probably getting it in. But you got to collect the data. If you don't collect the data,
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of data I'm missing. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
So, on my smartwatch, it's got, heart rate, all those other things, how much sleep I get, all that kind of stuff. You need
yeah, I
no,
do want that information actually as well.
yeah.
We
And,
need
it,
to
and
get sponsorship by them
yeah, actually, like we need to get out this sponsorship going. Definitely
on the list.
on the list. Um, so yeah, as I say, we have to collect the data. How can we expect to improve? Like every other area of your life, you got data on it, haven't you? You got your books, you got the da 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 da. You collect the info. So
Yeah,
how? Otherwise, you got a particular target. Otherwise, it's just guesswork. If you want to guarantee the results, you got to have the data.
yeah, you can't guarantee results when it comes to bodies, though, can you? But you can try your best. You can put in the highest effort.
You best you can go like, okay, I did all these things and I added the data, so it gives you more chance of getting the result you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, sold.
But with the caveat that if you walk in there and back, is that to the tea shop and you have a cream cake?
No.
I'm just gonna factor that in. I'm just gonna see because you got to collect the data. It's like you're doing 7,000 steps, but there's two cream cakes in it. You know what I mean?
There's no
That might
cream
be
cakes.
that might be
Quite often, I walk down to the station with my daughter because she's going into London. I pay for her train fare and then walk back, or I walk the dogs there and go and see my friends in the village because I know the people who own the shops and things. So yeah, I don't go and have cake. Sometimes I do, but not very often.
gotta have the data. Gotta have the data.
And what do you do to get your 10,000 steps in? Do you just go out for walks a lot?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, I walk to the gym and I walk back instead of getting a lift there. So I walk there and I walk back. That's 6.5. So then, if I then walk to the shops later, I'll get my 10 in like that.
Yeah, it's only going to be two walks, really, two decent walks that will do it. So
So,
yeah, it's a
yeah,
priority, isn't it?
if you either so it's either yeah, get yourself a smartwatch and so you don't have to have your phone on you all the time. Because sometimes I go on a phone detox. Like I don't have my phone with me, just like because it's very easy to go like. For the benefit of the tape, Dominic is staring at his handing his phone.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's really good. I definitely want to be doing my 10,000 steps.
Yeah. In fact, that 10. I mean, who actually came up with 10,000 steps?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
is it like
Maybe
that
the
thing
people
where
who
they
make
said
the
like,
watches.
you need five, is it five vegetables a day or something like that? I mean, they made that up because they said it's actually you need 30 different ones. But if we said 30, no one
It would be too intimidating and expensive.
we just go call it five and just hope for the best.
Yeah, because people need an understandable message, don't they?
Absolutely, you need to. So that reminds me, actually. What was I listening to on BBC? It was called "Strong Message Here" with Amanda Iannucci and a woman called Helen. I can't remember her surname, but it's worth checking out because they have different guests on, and they would talk. The one I was listening to was talking about three-word slogans and the
Oh
impact of them,
yeah.
like how they use them in different times. So especially during the pandemic, it's like okay, we want these concise things, to get messages out there.
Like
So that
take back
ties,
control.
yeah. That ties in with the five a day. Because 30 a day, no one's buying into that. That's just scaring
Too
people
many
off.
syllables.
Exactly. So get your five a day. Um, so yeah, I'll recommend that. Strong message here. Amanda Iannucci and somebody else.
So, what strong message could we have for happiness is easy?
Well, happiness is not easy. So listen to this. That's too long. Yeah, we gotta work on that, perhaps. Yeah. But doesn't it all say it all in the title?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
uh.
Okay, so we
Or maybe we should put it in Latin. Just just
my school's my school's motto was in Latin.
and nobody can read Latin.
Well, they did actually teach us Latin,
Oh,
maybe to try and understand the
uh,
motto, but that makes it sound like a private school. It wasn't a private school.
grammar.
Yeah,
There you go. Go.
yeah. Um, right. So we've had a bit of a journey today. We haven't talked about what I thought we were going to talk about, but that's fine because we
That's
vibe with
life.
it.
That's life, isn't it?
That
That's
is life, and it actually illustrates, that that is how life goes, isn't it?
yeah. Life
Things,
will throw you a curveball, and you just got to be ready for it.
yeah. And that's when the Americans say that thing about lemons and lemonade or something.
Yeah, something like that. Life throws you lemons, make a Beyonce album. Uh,
Make
some-
a meringue or something, I think,
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
something like that. And I haven't even got a book on that. Ah, I know what I just looked at my bookcase and I thought, when you are in a situation of peril or difficulty or even just more mild disappointment, that's when you can draw on your strengths. So you can think about what your strengths are, because you can ignore your weaknesses most of the time. We've all got weaknesses. Who cares? Um, so Dominic, what do you think your strengths are?
I'm a really good listener. That's,
Okay.
and um, I'm very belligerent. Now, some people will call that a strength. Some people will call that a weakness. But when I put my mind to something, nobody can stop me.
That's how,
Um, but is that counterintuitive to listening? So, like, oh, I'm a great listener, but I'm not gonna. But
as long as I get what I want.
I'm, I'm really good at listening, but I'm gonna ignore you. So do what I want.
Can I tell you what I perceive your strengths to be? And you can see if you agree with me.
Okay.
Okay, because I think one of your major strengths is your humor,
Oh,
because
okay.
it allows you to deal with all sorts of rubbish with a lightness, which means it won't drag you down. So that's one of your strengths. Um, Another strength that I perceive of yours is you're very analytical. You're always breaking down situations into what you can do about it. And uh, another one of your strengths is ability to express yourself. So that's how I perceive some of your strengths, which I mean, you've got lots more, but those are three really good ones, I think.
For the benefit of the tape, Dominic is now tap dancing.
He is as well.
But you can't see my feet. I'm just moving around.
I'm moving. Doing a time step.
Not with these knees. Not with these knees. Oh, strength. Yeah, you can ignore your weaknesses. Nicola, what are Nicola's strengths? Ah, she puts up with me. All right. No, but seriously.
That's quite a good one.
But seriously, you have a super inquiring mind and a capacity to take on knowledge and to analyze things from so many different angles. Your bookcase is a testament to that. You could bring out a book on anything just like that. We just cover the topic. Sometimes the topic we haven't even planned. It's just like, I've got a book on it. So and your ability to just go like, right, I'm interested in this, and to delve super deep into it to levels that the average person would not go to achieve, and go so deep that you'll achieve mastery level at that thing, and just go like, I've done that now, go on to something else. That is superb, and a lot of people have not got that capability.
Oh wow, thank you for that. I hadn't ever thought that.
Well, I'm super,
I haven't been thinking that deeply about it.
well, I'm super analytical, so I spotted it.
Yeah. So we have to think about our strengths, don't we? And think about how to draw on. Now I have got a book on that, but I won't pull it off the shelf. Um, but I think that's what you have to draw on, and you can use them all together. You can combine them. You can think, right, okay, this is really horrible. This is really hard. I don't like this. I don't like what's happening. What am I going to draw on here? And everybody's got a bank of strengths, and so I there will be in the this is not a toolkit. There'll be a PDF to help people identify their strengths, and because it's a helpful thing to know, because everyone has them. And unfortunately, I said I'd done my rant, but I'm about to have another one. When we're growing up and learning and stuff at school are trying to make you be a particular type of way, and they're judging you all the time, criteria and stuff like that. And the same happens at work. You have, are you good at this? Are you good at this? And they always put areas for development, or they actually sometimes call them weaknesses. That doesn't really help, because what we should be looking at is, what is somebody good at, what are they really talented at, how can they use that, and how can they contribute that to other people, and then how can they combine the things that they're good at to become superpowers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fantastic stuff. All right. So let's wrap it up there, because
Okay.
Life keeps life in, and
We got life it.
we got to life it. All right. So happiness is easy, because it isn't.
You've been Dominic Nelson Ashley. I've been Nicola Morgan. Thank you, and good day to you all.
Till next time. Over and out.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.